check, check. Let's check this out. Let's make sure everything's working. Euro. Can we bring that up with just a little bit? All right. What's up, gang? All right. Want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Hold on. It's always like I have to like figure this out like that. Yeah, I guess like that. See my top of my laptop. Anyway, looks like it's pretty low. Let me increase the volume. Is this good? I guess. All right, whatever. I guess it doesn't have to be too loud. I don't want to blow you guys' ears off. All right, so let me, you guys have to watch me do this real quick. Let me just blah blah blah. Okay, send that over to myself. Yep, I gotta promote myself to tell Instagram that I'm live streaming. Alright, let's do this. See how it's done. See how the master does it, alright? What's up, everyone? We're back on YouTube, so we're going to be live streaming my production. So make sure that you tune in. I know, it's the middle of the day, and most of you guys are working or doing some other things. But if you hit the link anytime, you'll be able to recap on what I did, which is trying to produce. Anyway, I see you guys on the YouTubes. Okay. Cool. All right, that looks good to me. Let's put that link up there. Tune in if you are cool. There we go. Boom, done. Done. I do not want to be on Instagram. Yeah, it's so easy for me to just like get in a doom scroll. Looks like freaking my hard drive disconnected for some weird reason. I need to get a new one. This is I'm operating on the T5 Samsung, which is pretty old. I think they're up to like T9. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. All right, let this project load up, and then we're good to go. Just to let you guys know, over the weekend I finished the mix down for this track. I didn't live stream it, my bad, guys. But yeah, I just finished it and then mastered it with using Ozone 12. Uh, as you will see in my project, I have two arrangements. There's one arrangement where the intro goes right into like obviously it goes into a drop, but like the drop is super bright. And then I have a second variation where the intro goes into a drop where it's dark. And then I progressively, introduce the brightness of the lead. Um, let me just freaking show you guys. How do I do this? 1 second. Okay, let me just mute that. check, check, check. All right, cool. Can you, it's pretty low on my end. All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, so there's a few things. It sounds low. There we go. Can one, two. I need this super. No, that's my headphones. My bad, guys. Where the fuck is the one, two? Yeah. All right. Let me put this closer to my mouth. Cool. All right. So as I was playing it, I kind of felt like I'm actually expecting this section to be bright. Like it goes from dark, is bright, then dark, and bright. I guess, but like, how would it sound? Like now I gotta like figure out how I want this to develop. And the easiest way to do that is to like, I'll play this section out. Maybe start from here. Then I'll just like cue it. Is it here? Maybe. Let's see. I don't fucking know. Honestly, that didn't sound bad at all. I think it's because um I have like the hats here, the clap. Do I have the clap here in this? No. So maybe it just needed a little bit more excitement up there. Or something like that. Okay. So that solves the issue right there. Yeah. It just need a little bit of a, like I guess in, if you're hearing something for a bit, you kind of expect it to hear in the next section. I guess I don't know. Like I felt like it was lacking something here. But the hi hat kind of like solves that issue, which was awesome. Okay, cool. I wanted to fix this, but now that I listen back to it, it sounds fine. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. Let's continue. Let's continue from here. Nah, not there, not there. We've heard this already. So from here. I want a double kick here, just to like meh, push it through. Fucking a. It would be like a. That's there's a little bit of a latency because that's being passed through ozone 12. That should be fine. I can't see anything. Okay, that should be good. Let's see that. Here. Okay, cool. So this track is basically done. I just gotta test it out. So the original, well, I thought it was done like months ago, until I played it live, in March in Miami. And the reason why I'm reproducing this track is because the low end wasn't loud enough, and it felt like it was just a kick, like a short kick that was driving the track, and that's not what I wanted, and it didn't feel it didn't feel like it was there was some body to the track. Although like the vibe was there, everyone was going for it, but you want to feel like that low end in your chest. So I had to redo the low end here. This is a kick rumble. And I just made a rumble using this is my chain. Feel free to take a screenshot. I think I've watched so many tutorials on Rumble that it kind of comes down to the same thing. You get a reverb, pass it through a distortion or a saturator, then you low pass it, then you sidechain it, and make sure it's mono and call it a day. And I'm sure there's people who've created rumbles a little bit more in depth, if you will, but this does the job. Like it does the job. So this rumble almost has like an offbeat, or it looks like a third like gallop kind of ordeal going on, but I just hope that it freaking does its job in a big PA system. You know. Anyway, so another thing that I learned. Well, so originally I this was in I played this as I think it was Serum, and I played it in keys in MIDI, and at the time I was like, you know what, I don't want to be tweaking things anymore, so I just print the lead into audio. Yeah, you get it. And I end up making these sections just because it's in audio already, and I just looped like a section. It's literally, I think, the first bar of that. Yeah. The first bar of that phrase, obviously, it loops over and over for 2 bars, I think. 4 bars, 4 bars. And then I made this like stutter, which is pretty cool. I didn't have that planned. Yeah, dope. And then honestly, I love this section. It's literally this, right? The full phrase of the melody, and I just chopped it up. I didn't rearrange anything. I just chopped it up. I love this part. It's dope. It's freaking dope. And another thing that I learned as I was doing the mix down, um, you don't want to keep things static, right? Because it kind of tires out the ear pretty quickly, um, and people want to hear changes, minor changes. So what I did, it looks like I have this tremolo thing here, and I didn't realize maybe it's not on throughout the whole thing, which I'm gonna actually change right now. Um, okay, it is not on these parts, which is fine. Which is fine. Um, because I do make automation changes using an EQ, and I'm basically removing frequencies. And I didn't realize how much. Frick, I didn't realize, but I didn't realize how much frequency this lead had. So I started removing, but like by automating it. So check this out. Let's get to a part where you can actually hear this shit. It's dope. So just like something like that does go a long way, because without that, it kind of sounded too static, too mechanical, if you will. I wanted to like breathe, be like an organic thing. So I did that. Then I have this tremolo thing. Let's see what I'm doing here. Not much. If you look, it's like 14% tremolo. Not much, right? Let's actually hear how it would sound in this section. Let's hear in the context of everything though. So there's a slight difference. I'm not sure if you guys heard it, but this sounded like it was like doing this a little bit. Then when it got to this section, it obviously sounded like it was in your face, which is fine, but fuck it. It's tremolo everything. Cool, and we'll do it in the back half as well. I think we're good. All right, cool. Was there something else I was gonna do? Uh, that's fine. Oh yeah, I want to talk about this. This might help some of you, but I think it's by use case scenarios. This lead is pretty bright, and then as I was mixing, I end up taking off up to the top end of the sound, up to like 7.91 kilohertz. Let's call it 7 kilohertz. And because usually for my leads, I'll just roll off up to like 10K. but this lead was so freaking bright that um I don't know. I felt like it was fatiguing my ears a little bit because I also have, hi hats and rides, and I kind of want those to shine a little bit more. Like, I want the tops to be what they are, like they're tops. When I mean tops, I mean like the hats and the shakers and stuff like that. And like I want those to be as audible as possible because without those is like why even have those? So uh yeah, here I end up taking off 7K, which helped a lot. So I'll I will A/B test, on and off the auto filter so you can hear the difference. You might need headphones for this, maybe, maybe not. I'm not too sure. But I'll do it on as you hear it, and then I'll do it off. So yeah, you might be like, yeah, you kind of dulled the sound a little bit, but freaking hey, bro, like I have these things up here. And I have rides at the back half, like I gotta make rooms for those. So yeah, I don't mind taking off the super top end of this lead. And you know what? Yeah, actually, you can look at here in the spectrogram if you can see. Yeah, you definitely can see. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. So if you look at the spectrogram right here before it leaves, there's a lot of space now on the top end. So now if I let's solo the clap, hi hat, open hat, freaking 1/16th, and rides. Now those instruments will occupy the top end of this frequency spectrum or spectrogram. So now I can hear it. Sometimes you got to make sacrifices. All right, cool. I think we're about done. I'll play it from the top. Maybe I'll freaking tweak something. But I don't want to tweak just a tweak, but like I'll play it once, and if I find something, I'll tweak it, I'll fix it, whatever. Then, if there's nothing else left for me to do, then that's it for today. And tomorrow we'll do a new track. But yeah, let's get into it. Um, let's see if you guys are online. Oh, what's up? What's up, everyone? Hey, chat. Hey, chat. Okay, cool. All right, let's get into it. Um. But there is one thing that I wanted to try out. Maybe you guys can watch me do it. Is I wanted to replace this atmosphere thing that I created a while back. It's probably like a reverb thing of something. Um, but maybe I'll take a snippet of the lead. And do the same thing. Cause I don't see. Cause then I'll have like a tonal quality to it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just do that. Watch me work. Watch me work it. I have a lot of processing here though. It would definitely alter the sound of it. Not too much though. It doesn't seem like it. Um, huh. So I'll take that, copy it. I'll bring it over here. It's probably gonna sound different. Yeah, it sounds a lot different. Sounds heavier. Now I'm like, fuck, I should just kept that sound, but I'm too far gone. Maybe shorter. Yeah, that would do it. Then I'll throw like a reverb on that with a super long decay. Yeah, just like that. And 30 seconds is more than enough. Then we're good. Then we're good. And all I'm gonna do is there should be an option that says bounce to audio. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we have this long thing. Somebody's moving a freaking, I don't know. Okay, cool. We got this. Most likely, we will have to drop this into a MIDI channel. And which one has loop? I think it's classic, right? Let's unwarp. Let's find like a sustained thing. I think a granulator would have done the same thing, but yeah. Sometimes I like to do it the old way, or like the long way, if anything. Let's loop that. Where's the fade? There we go. It's got now. This is the part where I gotta find like the right piece so it loops perfectly. But sometimes you could just put delay and it would just kind of smooth everything out. That will probably not be the right note, but we'll see. I show you. Hold on. I say C3, right? It's not classic mode should be able to play. Yeah, that does it. That does it. Let's fade it in a little bit more. Sometimes I'm like I don't know what I'm doing. That's fine. That's cool. Let's add some delay on that bad boy. Sometimes Supermassive could be fun too, but I don't want to distract too much. Delay just to like ping pong that. Let's get the like the mids. See, okay. There's some audio pop going on. I don't need this anymore. Alright. Hopefully a sidechain would take care of that. Um, we'll do like a healthy amount. I don't know. Let's freaking see it. Let's see. I might have to definitely have to remove some frequencies. Hold up. By default, I'm just removing the low end. Yeah, there we go. Let's remove this atmosphere thing I got going on so I'm not too, influenced by that. Let's go here. Okay, so this sound is definitely being masked by the lead now. So I would like to hear how it would sound if I just words pitched it up by an octave. Let's hear that. Not bad. Sounds like an atmosphere thing going on. Like this. Okay, so this atmosphere definitely gets masked throughout the track. So maybe by here, I'll freaking fully low pass it because there's no point. Might as well remove it, but let's see. Because here it sounds fine. Okay. Uh, yeah, this atmosphere isn't gonna be doing anything, but you know what? I'll just put it. Maybe in the outro you'll hear a little bit more of it. Honestly. All right. So in the majority of the track, you don't even hear it. Great. I think we're good. Let's play from the top and then call it a day. I have my feedback already, but let's see. One second. I'm looking back at the live stream, and looks like my Ableton has frozen. That's not cool. You guys didn't tell me anything. I've been producing. What gives? Hold on. Yeah, what gives? My Ableton. Hold on. I'm gonna restart this live stream. Yeah. Am I able to do that with the same link? Let's see. YouTube, future, share. I'm just looking at the link. Okay, whatever. That sucks. Wait, let me check my OBS. Oh, even my OBS is hold on. Wow, my OBS was frozen. Great. Freaking great. All right, I got to end this stream and redo